The area around Strasburg, Pennsylvania, in the heart of Pennsylvania Dutch country, offers many attractions for the estimated 6 million people who visit there each year. But probably no place has greater appeal, especially for children and train enthusiasts, than the Choo Choo Barn in Strasburg.
Here, thousands each summer are entertained by a tiny world of trains and animated vignettes. It's a miniature land of fantasy and fun, with plenty of living history thrown in.
When you walk in, the fun starts immediately. There are multi-levels of O-gauge trains running throughout.
Tom Groff, who owns the Choo Choo Barn, says sometimes people are reluctant to take the tour.
And invariably the wife will say, "Oh honey, you take the kids in to see the trains." And the husband will take the 3 kids in to see the trains, and within seconds he'll be back out through the curtain and saying, "Honey, you have to see these trains. There's no way. You have to see this display." He'll pay the money and they'll all go in. And of course, the wife is always the last one to come out. She doesn't want to come out, and everybody else is out in the gift shop waiting. In Thanksgiving Day of 1961, my father opened up the Choo Choo Barn with approximately a 500 square foot display with 6 animations and 6 trains. And the whole reason for opening the Choo Choo Barn in 1961 was to help defray the costs of my brother's college education. Well, over the next 29 years now, we have gone from 500 square feet, we're now to 1,700 square feet. We now run 13 trains simultaneously, and we're up to over 135 different animated figures and vehicles. It's just a never-ending job to continually update the display, continually keep it operating, and make it better every year.
The first vignette you might linger on is a baseball game, being played like thousands at summer fields around the country. Here, a runner takes a lead off third base. Is he breaking for home? Is he going back? You decide. There is some construction near the baseball diamond with steamrollers in action. There's an army camp and a zoo, which has an HO gauge touring train, the better to view all the wild animals. Above the zoo is a snow-topped mountain with a ski run and skating rink. The start of the run is reached by means of a beautifully modeled cable car. suspended high above a railroad and highway. Along this stretch is the transportation hub of the layout. Here, kids can stand and watch for a long time and come back again and again for more looks. Adults too. Many of the scenes on the layout have roots in the Amish, Pennsylvania Dutch area. An Amish man plows with a two-horse team. They move around the field as tirelessly as those sturdy, hard-working people do in real life. A group of Amish build a barn. Barn building is a community effort with the Amish, who always pitch in to help a neighbor. This splendid model, one of the highlights of the layout, has a total of 34 men working, while women and children look on. The Dutch Wonderland is an accurate facsimile of the real thing, a local tourist attraction. It includes an encircling monorail, which is in HO gauge. The river at the Dutch Wonderland flows into an aquarium in a corner of the room. The aquarium is low to the ground, where children can get a good look at the fish. Another highlight of the layout is the Christie Lee Circus. There is lots of action here. Lots of rides, including a big Ferris wheel.
The most death-defying stunt at the circus is a man balancing on a 100-foot wire on his head.
He swooshes back and forth, almost to the point of complete annihilation. But he never wipes out, though, and the circus continues on its merry way day after day. Around the corner from the circus, a farmer holds a rifle at the ready, waiting for a groundhog to peep out of a nearby hole. The hog appears. The farmer raises his rifle, but he always misses.
Behind the groundhog is the children's park, and nearby a house under construction. Kids here swing and teeter-totter.
Up from the barn is a town in the midst of a Memorial Day celebration. The holidays at the Choo Choo Barn are all warm weather ones.
That's the season when most of the 5 million visitors come to the Strasbourg area. The highlight of the celebration in town is the parade.
One of the big thrills of the Choo Choo Barn tour is the fire. At regular intervals, it breaks out in an A-frame house. Uh-oh, you can see it over there. Smoke. Smoke is coming from the roof of the A-frame. Now it has burst into fire. The smoke is heavier. There goes the fire alarm. The fire truck comes out of the station. Traintown Volunteer Fire Company number 1. The truck rushes to the scene. The smell permeates the area while the fire truck continues to push toward the flames. It stops. It pours water on. The fire is struck.
The house has been saved, to await another calamity 5 minutes later.
Through several fields on the layout, the upper classes are riding to the hounds. A familiar sight in the Strasbourg area is the Amish plugging along the back roads in horse-drawn buggies. Near a stream is a Boy Scout camp, where the good deeders are working for merit badges. One day, these little tykes will no doubt be full-fledged Eagle Scouts. They won't work any harder, though, than these 4 Amish men who are cutting wood for winter heat, just as they really do in life. They saw and chop as untiringly as lumberjacks. Our tour of the Choo Choo Barn is almost over, and we are at the President's Place. This is a pantheon of former United States presidents through Jimmy Carter, with a place for Ronald Reagan. 40 presidents standing together, forming a select group, one of the most exclusive and prestigious in the history of Western civilization. In front of the presidents, Old Glory blowing in a constant wind. Behind them, a park, a band show, and musicians playing. The music plays, and so do the children. Nearby is the baseball game. Americans on the 4th of July. With the presidents there, what a 4th of July that would be. And at the Choo Choo Barn, that's the way it is. The stars and stripes forever. The 4th of July, that never ends.